Hey there, film friends. Jonathan here, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you, whatever holidays you celebrate. It's a holiday season, and I am recording this video. This is a Christmas gift, by the way. I'm recording this video late on December 25th, Christmas Day. We're getting ready to travel for family tomorrow. This hat feels ridiculous, by the way. I just want to make sure I got this video done for episode 8 of Wheel of Time. Nothing about this video is going to be up to my normal standard. However, done is better than perfect, and if I don't do it now, I just won't get it done. So let's jump into it. Okay, so quick recap and explanation about this video and my channel and me. Non-book reader here. I'm also not scripting this video, so I'm going just off the cuff here because, like I said, I gotta get this done tonight. I'm gonna try and churn out a video in less than an hour, so no bells and whistles here. And before we really dive into the episode specifically, I just wanna also kind of revisit what my opinion of the show has been overall, and that is that I think the Wheel of Time series is fun. It's been intriguing. And I think in terms of quality, it's been above average for TV, but not outstanding and not great. Let's go over the things that I think really worked for episode 8. Just like every episode before now, I think one of the things that is the strong suit for this show is the cinematography. Cinematography, again, was beautiful. Most of the VFX, if not well executed and great, were at least interesting. And the character and wardrobe decisions, I think, were largely good. Like the visuals for this show, from top to bottom, are generally outstanding. All of that's been working for it. And the cast as a whole also has been great. However, this leads me into the things that I think didn't work about episode 8 from, again, a non-book reader's perspective. And one of those is not all of the performances. Since I started my career as an actor, I really don't like to rag on individual actors, so I'm not going to name names here, because you never know when it was the actor or the director. Hayden Christensen, Star Wars. But a lot of the performances in this particular episode fell flat to me. There were a couple characters where I just... One in particular, I'm pretty sure, was lazy writing. In fact, I'm going to call this one out because I do think this was just a result of lazy writing. But the sister of the leader of the Borderlands city, can't even remember her name because she was so minor of a character. But you have, spoilers by the way, you have this major use of the Source, and you see her literally kill the other women that are with her, including one of our 5, at least temporarily, all because she is, feeling powerful for the first time, and up until this point in the episode, she has just been the cautious one. She's been the one saying, I was right this whole time. We can't survive this battle. She was the one that seemed to be intelligent, and we're expected to believe that she would make this dumb of an error continuing to wield the power like she did because of a single throwaway line in, I believe, episode 7, it may have been 6, where Moraine just very briefly, very clunkily mentions that you weren't strong enough to be one of us, but blah, 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 blah. That's it. That's supposed to be our payoff for, in my eyes and from what I saw, correct me if I'm wrong, for why she kills 2.5, I'm gonna say half because Nynaeve comes back, people wielding the power. Anywho, other things that didn't work. The action as a whole, I think, didn't work. Like, on paper, it should have really worked. We should have had excuse the Lord of the Rings references here, but they really help. We should have had a kind of Helm's Deep type of feel to this, and we just didn't. Trollocs should be cool and scary, and sometimes they are, but they don't feel, again, sorry, Lord of the Rings references, they don't feel as badass and terrifying as the Uruk-hai, or as snarly and evil as the orcs from Lord of the Rings. They just didn't feel like a real threat. we've seen them raid a small village, we've seen them chase some people. I don't know, there's something was missing to make the army of the Dark One feel like an unstoppable force. I don't know. That didn't work for me. And then I think the other aspect that really didn't quite play for me was everything about the Dark One. Or at least who we think is the Dark One, or led to believe is the Dark One. The actor is good, the actor is strong, but there's just something about this rushed moral choice scene that didn't really land with me. I will say, to the episode's credit, up until this episode, I did not really like Rand al'Thor.
What?
I did not like him at all, at least from the show's depiction, and I did not want to believe that he could be the Dragon Reborn. While the scenes I don't think really worked well, and the forced moral choice and the climactic battle between the Dark One and Rand I don't think really worked as a whole, it did result in me actually liking Rand and wanting to see more of him compared to before. I feel like this was the strongest, God, I just ragged on the scene this whole time. I'm about to call it the strongest scene for him, but it was the strongest character choice scene for this character so far, and we've got enough backstory where I'm finally on board with, okay, Rand's all right. And then finally, last thing here that really didn't work for me off the top of my head anyway is I had hoped for a bit more Perrin, and we still don't have more Perrin. Perrin's scenes came down to a hug on the shoulder, we're gonna be okay, to Egwene, and helping dig up a horn and being not in the room when everybody else got killed, which, by the way, R.I.P. Ogier, whatever his name was, I'm not sure, it was Loen, something like that. Anywho, R.I.P. to him, because while I didn't know his name, that character was one of my favorites, so sad to see him go. But we got nothing great for Perrin. You know, we got hints of his greatness and all that jazz, but the character hasn't been done justice. And I have to imagine that book readers probably agree with the non-book reader in that regard there. That's a lot of ragging on the episode because I thought a lot about what doesn't work already. I do still think it was a fun episode. I will still probably watch season 2 when and if it rolls out, but it's got a lot of work to do. And again, all of that ragging on it, you know, I do think it did a decent job of setting up new character arcs and giving us reason to care about the ensemble going forward, to care about Moraine, who's now been seemingly gentled, to care about what happens to Nynaeve and Egwene a little bit more than us non-book readers probably did before going forward. However, I don't think that should be the job of the final episode of a season. We worked through an entire season to get to the point where now we're just now sending these characters off on their real journey. It's probably a symptom of being a book adaptation in the first place, of what, 14 books, a ton of books. But it doesn't quite work for this. I am glad that we know that they're heading off in these directions, but it's just not, it's not as good as it could be. Again, all of that said, still enjoyed the show, still gonna continue watching it, still don't think it deserves outright hate, but it needs some work. This has been a rambly video. Apologies again for the poor sound quality that you're probably experiencing listening to this, because I've recorded the entire thing on my phone with none of my mics or anything like that, because they're packed up for my trip for Christmas for family. Thank you for watching. If you stuck around to this point, if you are new to this channel or you haven't yet subscribed, I would definitely appreciate it if you would like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to review some more stuff in 2022. I've got other stuff in the works, and I'm finishing up my latest short film. So I'm tired. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in 2022.